So real quick about ShoreTel, I mentioned we were founded in 1996, which seems young for a voice company, but remember, all we've ever done is IP telephony. And we're not here to sell you Ethernet switches, we're not here to sell you routers, we're not here to sell you servers. All we do is IP telephony. So we built the solution from a clean sheet of paper. We started shipping it in 1998. We're currently in somewhere around, we have offices in I think 17 countries. We're deployed in 33 countries. We're headquartered in Sunnyvale, California. We have a secondary headquarters now in Austin, Texas. So we have 2 TACs running in the United States, one in California, one in Austin at all times. So you're always going to have your support you need. And there's some of the offices we have: Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, New Zealand, etc., Germany, Spain, Italy. We have offices in all those countries as well. The customers are over 15,000 now. I need to update some of these slides, but keep in mind with our customers, our largest customer is over 300 locations, but we still count it as one. So, you know, we've got over 1 million end users out there. We actually have more unified communications desktop software deployed than any other company in the world right now. And you'll see why as we go through the demo. And then financial strength, we have about 112 million cash in the bank. We're debt-free. We did our first acquisition ever back in November of last year. We acquired a company called Agito Networks for $11.5 million. We just paid cash for them. We didn't give any stock. We didn't go into debt. We just wrote a check and acquired them. The really nice thing about that acquisition was we were able to acquire them and keep all of their employees. We didn't let go of any of their employees. We actually brought them all on board, which was really nice to see. Even in a bad economy, we were able to do that. So it's been really good for us. What comes to mind when you look at the slide? Anybody?
Titanic?
Ah, good call. Absolutely. You haven't been here before, have you? No. No, it is the Titanic. And the reason we show this is, if you think about what made that big old large ship sink, it really wasn't what was above the surface, right? It was the ice that was below the surface. Guys, it's the same thing when you start buying a phone system. You got to look at what's below the water. And what I want to show you there is, you know, 20 to 25% of the cost overall is the upfront cost. You look at what's below the water, that's what really is going to cost you down the road. Things like maintenance, moves, adds, and changes, the support on that product, upgrades, training, who's going to support you, how much is it going to cost you to keep that support for years down the road. Do you have to renew your licenses or not? Believe it or not, there's some systems out there where you have to renew your licenses every year, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's how that's how it works. The electricity has become a big deal in today's world. You think about all the green studies that are out there. Tolly did a green study on IP telephony. ShoreTel won it hands down. These boxes, guys, they use very, very little power. But that's your PBX, right? If you think about the old days, you had this big old thing with all these cards and these moving parts in there. That's your PBX right there. That and a server, and you're off to the races. The phones use very little power. I think they're somewhere in the area of 2 to 3 watts maybe, or something like that. It's very, very small amount. So those are things you got to think about when you're looking at your total cost of ownership. It's kind of the old rat trap, right? And then the cost of ownership as far as comparing to the other vendors. This is just a study that was done by several, and I can give you these guys some of these slides when we're done because it's hard to see up here, I know. But it's just showing you from the legacy PBXs back against our competitors what the total cost is of that system really are. 1,500 users across 3 sites was the example done here. And again, it was all done by third parties, not by ShoreTel. Let's see, I'm going to move through these. I'll touch real quick on a couple of things. Customer satisfaction. Every ShoreTel customer that puts in a ShoreTel system within 90 to 120 days, you'll get a survey. Now, the survey is a 1 through 4 system, so 4 being 100%, 3 drops you right to 75%. We monitor this very close. For over 16 quarters, we've been at 90% or higher. And we survey every customer, by the way, which is almost unheard of in the industry. Anything above 90% is considered world-class. We have goals every quarter as a company that our CEO sets, like maybe this quarter would be 94.4% that we have to hit. If we hit that as our customer sat for the quarter, every employee at ShoreTel, even the guy that loads the truck in California, gets a bonus. If we miss it, nobody gets that bonus. So it's something that they take pretty seriously. You've probably all heard the saying, compensation drives behavior. Well, when you put the bonus to it, it does for sure. And so they want that bonus every quarter. And our partner's ability to stay a partner is tied to that number as well. They have to keep their scores above certain levels or they'll be on termination or put on plan to no longer become a ShoreTel partner. Numerities Research has done a study for 6 years. We've won every category in that for the 6 straight years. We do not sponsor this, but you can kind of see the categories. They go anywhere from value to the installation, technology, etc. And then the competitors were ShoreTel, Cisco, Nortel, Avaya, and Mitel in that study as well.